They never missed a chance to remind Lizzie of her place, at least in their eyes. What should have been simple, everyday moments turned into opportunities for them to belittle her. If she walked too slowly, they mocked her. If she dropped something, they rolled their eyes as if she had done it on purpose. Even the sound of her cane tapping against the floor irritated them, and they made sure she knew it. Instead of helping her live with dignity, they treated her like an unwanted responsibility, someone to push around, someone to blame for their own frustrations. They would snap their fingers, demanding dinner, ordering her to clean, and speaking to her as though she wasn't even human. And when they talked about sending her away to a facility, as if she was an object they could discard, it became clear that their cruelty had no limits. She simply endured, holding on to the hope that their power over her wouldn't last forever. Lizzie had always tried to stay quiet and keep to herself, but in her own home, she found no peace. Every day, she became the target of cruel comments and harsh treatment from her brother's wife and the woman's secret lover. They acted as if her disability made her worthless, calling her a burden and reminding her that she should be grateful they even allowed her to live there. Instead of offering support or kindness, they used her weakness as an excuse to control her, ordering her around, forcing her to do chores, and laughing whenever she struggled. She wanted to speak up, but every time she tried, they shut her down with more threats, claiming they would tell her brother lies if she dared to resist. Surrounded by hostility, Lizzie endured the pain quietly, hoping one day the truth would come to light and free her from the cruelty she no longer deserved. In the final turn of their story, everything they'd built on lies finally came crashing down. The woman, who once walked around the house as if she owned every inch of it, suddenly found herself exposed, her cheating, her theft, her manipulation no longer hidden behind sweet words and fake concern. The legal trouble she thought she could avoid landed directly in her lap, leaving her without the home she took for granted and without the man she believed she could fool forever. And while she tried to blame everyone but herself, the world around her no longer listened. Meanwhile, Lizzie, who had endured so much in silence, finally found safety in the one place she should have had from the start, by her brother's side, where she was valued, protected, and loved. After all the pain, all the betrayal, and all the deceit, justice didn't just arrive, it stayed. What happened afterward proved that their cruelty toward Lizzie was only the beginning of who they really were. Once they were exposed and pushed out of the house, their true colors showed even more clearly. The woman's secret lover wasn't just manipulative, he was a thief, someone who thought he could outsmart everyone around him. He stole a valuable diamond necklace, tried to pass it off as a gift, and when that failed, he turned to blackmail, threatening the very man whose home he had invaded. But lies unravel quickly when they're built on greed. A private investigator stepped in, quietly gathering every detail, every slip-up, every piece of proof that revealed their schemes. They had spent so long playing games and pretending to be untouchable that they never imagined the truth would corner them so completely. And in the end, their own deceit became the trap they couldn't escape. Mike wasn't supposed to be home that day, which is exactly why the two felt so confident in treating Lizzie however they pleased. But the moment he stepped through the door, he sensed something was wrong, the tension in the room, the panic in their faces, and Lizzie's silence, which spoke louder than anything. It didn't take long for the truth to spill out. He saw the way they barked orders at her, the way they tried to twist the story to make themselves look innocent, and the fear in Lizzie's eyes every time they looked at her. All the pieces fell into place, and the anger he felt wasn't just for what they had done, but for how long they had gotten away with it. He realized his sister had been suffering right under his roof, and he refused to let a single minute of that continue. And with that, their false power shattered in an instant. Lizzie had spent so long swallowing her pain that when a small spark of courage finally rose in her, it didn't come out as shouting or arguments, it came out as quiet, calculated resistance. She didn't want to hurt anyone, but she wanted them to feel, even for a moment, the discomfort they so casually forced on her every day. So when they demanded dinner like she was their servant, she simply made it the way they treated her, harsh, overwhelming, unforgettable. The extra spice wasn't an accident, it was a message. And when they begged for water, she handed them a glass that tasted just as sour as their behavior toward her. They were too busy complaining to notice the calm in her expression, the steady breath of someone who had finally pushed back, even in the smallest way. It wasn't revenge born from hatred, it was a reminder that even the quietest hearts can push back when pushed too far.